Okay, so I'm at the Tate Modern in London, England, down by the Royal Opera House, where we are seeing Romeo and Juliet later. And right now I'm looking at a Ben Nicholson painting called Feb 254. And here it is. Now, this painting is pretty interesting because it is in the postmodern era and it was painted in 1954, and as you can see, it is very common to that postmodern modern art theme of just geometric shapes and different colors designed to make you think. Now, this is a pretty common work for Nicholson during that 50s era when he was doing this kind of postmodern design, but it said it's much different from his earlier work in the 30s, but that is because of the war. Like many of these artists, their art completely changed when it went from modern into postmodern. The whole idea about the postmodern era is that these artists were trying to make sense of their new confusing world after the war and kind of decode everything and codify it and not really give an upfront subject matter to the observer of the art, but rather just give them something to make them decide what the subject matter was in postmodern time. The narrative kind of got lost along the way, but this, you have to find your own narrative within this painting. And this is a oil paint and graphite on canvas, and he purposely didn't erase his pencil marks when he designed the shapes, which was an interesting choice. I'm not really sure what I think that means. My personal opinion on this painting is that I don't like it. I don't like this style. Anything that I feel like I could draw and paint myself, I don't really appreciate as much as something from, the Renaissance period, where it's like a really extravagant painting with a lot of design and like skill. I don't really think there's much skill in this, but I can see why others would appreciate the work. But I just kind of see it as pencil marks are still there. That's a mistake. But maybe that's what it was supposed to, maybe it's supposed to make you think that it's a mistake at first and question everything else going on.